Turning my puppy into a keycap, part 3. Let's get into resin casting. For Mochi's debut, I decided to go with these 3 colorways, and today I'll be casting the blue and brown combo. Once I'm in the studio, the first thing I always do is put on my PPE. Resin casting is fun, but safety comes first. I usually work with only a few molds at a time, and start by mixing black urethane for Mochi's face and little booty detail. It's important to be precise, but also work fast enough before the resin starts to cure. Now I'm going to put the molds into the pressure pot, and this step happens after every single resin layer, even though I won't be showing it every single time. It really helps to eliminate air bubbles and keep all the details crisp. Next, I'm mixing white resin for Mochi's tiny angry brows and beret details. When casting resin layers for my keycaps, if 2 details share the same color and lie on the same plane, I can use the resin mixture for both. But I am a slow worker, and if I think my working time is up or there's a risk of them spilling into each other, I cast them as separate layers to be safe. I've learned it's better to work on one detail at a time instead of trying to do everything at once. This helps me avoid mistakes that take more time to fix. And here I'm making the last detail on Mochi's face, which is her white muzzle. Now I'm mixing this baby blue, which is also my favorite color. I also decided to add sparkles, which I think makes the design feel a bit more magical, even though it is a bit messy to work with. In this design, Mochi's bow and beret are the same blue but had to be cast on separate layers since they're oriented differently in the mold. Before moving on to the final pour, I go in with my old reliable tape to pick up any dust or resin splatters. It's really easy for dust to sneak in since I have carpet and the molds get moved around so much while casting. Now I'm mixing the final brown color for Mochi's body. I'm also transferring the resin between cups to make sure everything is fully mixed to prevent any uneven curing. Mixing this much urethane also generates a lot of heat, which means it cures very fast and I only have a short working time. I'm letting this final layer cure for about 40 minutes, which brings the total casting process to around 9 hours of working time. I usually work on 2 to 3 batches like this at once, and it takes me about 3 days to finish. It is a time-consuming process, so I like to break it up. In the past, I used to make even more than this, but my eyes and wrists started feeling strained, so now I slow down to take better care of myself. Now we have some puppy artisans ready to demold. See you in part 4.